and gentlemen, and all the others. I'd like to welcome you to this stream for Phoenix Rising Citrine versus Return to Monkey. Just give me a second, and I will bring up the first map we are going to. All right, so our first map, after a short introduction. Alrighty, and as you can see, we are going to Dragonshire, which was picked by Return to Monkey. As you know, in Nexomania, or CCF, brought to you by CCS, there are no map bans. All maps are available, except Sandbox and ARAMs. Although last week, who knows what we're going to see. I'm also joined tonight by a co-caster and a friend who also plays for Phoenix Rising Amethyst, my team. His name is Water Deity. Water, say hi to everybody. Introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Water Deity, and like Spar said, I am a player for Phoenix Rising Amethyst, and this will be my first time co-casting a game, so I'm pretty excited.
It'll be fine. I just got to link it in the lobby for people. All right. So they're just setting up the lobby. We're getting ready. Everything looks good. My mic is quiet as per chat. Okay, hold on. Let me turn it up a bit. Okay, I hope that sounds a bit better for everybody. Also, yeah, do let us know if the volumes are higher or lower on any end, and I can adjust that as we go. Uh, Water, would you like to tell them that the casters are ready when they are?
The casters are ready when you are.
Perfect. Again, welcome to the stream, everybody. It should be a fun night. This is the final week for Nexomania, well, qualifying rounds. I do, if my memory serves me correct, I do believe that Phoenix Rising Citrine will be going to the playoffs. I unfortunately am not 100% sure on Return to Monkey. I tried to find what I could but was unable. So I wish them the best in the series. All right, so it looks like we are ready. All right.
Dragon.
Let's hop into the draft screen and see what we get. All right, and anybody who is new to the stream, please remember, leave a follow. It doesn't cost anything, and you actually get free points for following. I may even do a poll sometime tonight. We shall see. So, what do you think we're going to be seeing as we go through the bans and the picks? What do you know about Dragonshire, Water?
Dragonshire, I know it's very useful to have global presence on the map. And with a Diablo ban already, I am assuming that that team doesn't want heavy dive. And with a Rexar ban on the other side, I think it's really smart because Rexar can really hold his own in capping either side of the map.
I 100% agree. I really like that, actually. Rexar is someone you don't want to face if you can help it. He's
And
just
if
too
I'm
strong on the shrine. Oh, and a Chromie ban. What are your thoughts on that one?
I mean, she's just an extremely strong mage in the right hands. I wouldn't want to play against Chromie if I didn't have to.
Yes, I would agree. I think you play a mean Chromie, though, if I remember correctly from practice.
I'd like to think so. She's really fun. And I mean, there are obvious counters, but if you get enough spells off on people, I mean, it's really hard to come back after losing that much health.
And a Nuther ban. I think that's starting to become common from Citrine. They just don't want to deal with any shenanigans with a double healer comp. And I totally respect that. So red team does get first pick, and they first pick Cassia. That's a strong hero. Does really well in this map. Oh, counter pick Hogger right away.
With a Brightwing. Gotta love Brightwing. And that's global presence, like I mentioned earlier.
That's for sure. So I wonder who the offlaner. Sonya can do well. Um, Diva can do well. At this caliber, though, I mean, no, it's tough to say.
I'm surprised to not see a Gazlo or a Diva ban, but I don't play at this elo, so.
Oh, Asmo Chad is going to counter Hogger with Malthael, and Rain is taking ETC. Stoic is a beast on Cassia. So I don't mind what they've drafted so far. I mean, they're taking care of the offlaner problem. Um, Asmo Chad's really strong in the offlane, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what their Hogger player can bring. Now we're into our second set of bans with an Anna ban, so no
They didn't
Nana.
want to. They didn't want to see Anna with a Malthael.
Nope, no Nana boosted Malthael shenanigans, especially into a mosh pit with a Cassia follow up. So do you think Cassia is going to go Valkyrie or Lightning Ball or Bouncy Ball?
It's hard to say. I don't see anything on the other team that they would need the interrupt from the Valkyrie for. And with a Mosh, I could see it synergizing well with the Lightning Ball.
We shall have to see. So we have our final ban as Sylvanas, so taking away any Dragon Knight shenanigans or even offlane shenanigans, because Sylvanas can just wreck on her own if left unchecked. So let's see. Wait, oh, these guys are reversed. Rats, I gotta change my screen. Give me 1 second. I'll let you do the rest of the draft. I have to change the screen.
There's a Falstad pick, so that's 2 global presence characters on that side. And I think it's smart. I mean, that gives you such an advantage when it comes to trying to cap these points for the objective.
We are going. Oh, we have Stukov and a Greymane.
If the Brightwing's not careful, the Greymane's gonna make that Brightwing see a lot of gray screen.
That's actually a pretty funny analogy. I have to use that one day.
And I love a Stukov pick. Stukov is just such a strong healer. Ooh, and the last pick is Li Ming. What do you think about that? So Li Ming Falstad for damage on one team and a Greymane Cassia.
I actually like Phoenix Rising Citrine's draft slightly more because I know the team and I know they can execute really well. But let's get into the game.
I'm excited to see how this plays out.
And if you could do me the favors of introducing Return to Monkey on the blue side.
All right, so we got Grand Paladin on Muradin, Antilles on Brightwing, Immercy on Falstad, TM on Hogger, and Bobo on Li Ming. I'm very sorry if I mispronounced any of those names.
It's casters. As casters, we're allowed to butcher names. For the red team, we have Rain on ETC, Lamort on Stukov, Ace on Greymane, Stoic on his semi-infamous Cassia, and Asmochad on Malthael. So this should be any. Who do you favor in the draft? Which one do you like?
I'm not biased for either side because I don't know either side, but I gotta say, I think Cassia Greymane with an ETC is gonna be able to shred through the Falstad, Li Ming, and a Brightwing. They both have really strong tanks on either side, and I'm not sure quite how the offlane situation goes with a Hogger and a Malthael. So on that, we'll have to see.
Asmochad is probably one of the best offlaners in the Phoenix Rising organization. So I'm going to give him
Heroes,
the early
prepare for
advantage until
combat.
we see it, but we'll pay attention to it. All right, let's go to big screen. Let's bring up talents for everybody, which nobody picked their talents yet. It's always great 22 seconds or minus 20 seconds into the game.
What are
Oh,
you
there we go.
expecting to see first talent wise out of Brightwing?
Uh, I
Battle
could,
commencing
I
in
think maybe
10 seconds.
the effect on the polymorph, I think would be a good
5,
one.
4, 3,
I think it's going to come in
2,
handy.
1.
However, she may take the cooldown
Let
for
the
her
battle begin.
phase shift or teleport. ETC went Prog Rock, really smart because not going to get much armor value for his team. And they have a fight right away in the beginning. Hogger goes off, flying off to the side. Rain's trying to back up. Grand Paladin in a bit of damage. Everybody just now looking at minions, well, doing damage to each other. Welcome to Dragonshire.
Rotating already, getting met by the Malthael. I mean, Hogger, not Li Ming.
Oh, and Brightwing goes down to Greymane. Just gonna go up and watch some of this top lane. We know they're gonna be rotating mid bot. Oh, is that an invade? One sec. Yeah, it looks like Rain was looking for something cheeky to pull off there.
Yeah, that was a good attempt at an early invade, but he got caught up. But he made it out safely.
Think yourself worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power?
Yeah, and I'm wishing you the best, TM.
Shrines.
I just feel you may have an issue against Chad. However, as you build, I mean, good luck. All right, so let's see where the action is. Both teams grabbing their siege camps right away. So that'll be first one's capped by Phoenix Rising Citrine, which is well done. Are they looking for the invade? No, Rain just letting know that, hey, I'm
Capture
here.
the shrines
Yeah, just letting them know I'm watching you.
and lay waste to this forsaken
Now,
kingdom.
this is where some global presence is going to help out. If they get into a sticky situation up top, they got the Z from the Brightwing, they got the Z from the Falstad.
Yeah, and if Li Ming gets resets, then yeah, Tech Daddy Alex, I totally agree. And Brightwing did go with the greater polymorph.
We got Li
Anything?
Ming going back mid to make sure that they don't miss out on any of that soak.
Yes, of course. So we all know the name of the game, especially for D-Shire, is Soak. Oh, we have an invade. They caught Falstad out. Falstad's going down. Do they have Grand Paladin? Can they trap him? It looks like they cannot. Double channel,
Yeah.
though, picked up for the blue team. I'm not sure if they can do anything with this. And it looks like they are going to be role reversing the shrines. So Lamort right away trying to pick it up.
The flame
It's an early enough
cleanses
Dragonite. I
all.
think putting your healer into it isn't a bad call. What are your thoughts?
I agree with that. I mean, when you got the Dragon Knight pushing, I understand the want for a healer, but peel is the most important right here.
Oh, and cheekily taking away that top well, making life a little bit harder for TM. Good kick.
They're sieging pretty hard down bot too.
Yeah, let's take a look down there while Dragon finishes off. Oh yeah, they almost have a gun tower. Walls about, the gate's about halfway. It's 3v2, so they are able to push. They're a little low, especially with the healer
For now.
in the Dragonshire, but Lamort's out now, and he'll be focusing on his team. Oh, nice try to interrupt on the Brightwing. And Asmachad's starting to do Asmachad stuff. He's having his way with team. Oh, we have a fight in the middle though. Big engage onto the ECC. Grand Paladin looking for a Stormbolt. Misses ever so slightly.
That trade right there just shows just how much healing a Stukov can pump out, because that was a good trade on both sides, but Stukov healed almost all of them back to full.
Yes, for sure. And Lamort is a really, really good Stukov player. As are a lot of the healers in the PRU organization, though. I mean, there's only a few of I can think of who still work on it. Greymane diving in. Rain with a knockback. Looks like he's just going to back away. Falstad's going to bribe a camp. You're going to have to be
that was
aware
a
of that.
cheeky little steal.
It was a great steal. And he was able to escape. A lot of damage being put out by Citrine onto Return to Monk. Maybe when tens come online, like Mighty Gusts and such, they'll have more disengage. But I have to give the early game advantage over the Phoenix Rising Citrine. What do you think?
I'd agree wholeheartedly there.
Oh, Big Polly.
That was a dangerous
Big Polly onto Rain. Oh, I bet your Rain's
he's
cursing.
down.
Oh, did he get a double kill?
Greymane down?
And a Greymane ties it up at 2-2 just before level 10s are coming. But
You
look at the
gotta
work.
respect the bribe wing Polly.
Oh, yes. So now, does this give the opportunity? Oh, and Malthael gets a Hogger kill. That's going to take Falstad away out of the picture. He does not want to go against Malthael. So this could give the opportunity for Phoenix Rising to maybe capture a Dragon Knight. They jump on it right away. Rain's taking it. Second Dragon Knight goes over to PRC.
And they have 10s.
And they have 10s. Would you like to go down the heroic talents for Phoenix Rising Citrine?
Sure. We got Mosh Pit on ETC. Massive Shove on the Stukov. Cursed Bullet, I'm not surprised there because of the Muradin on the Greymane. And Valkyrie, okay, we got the Valkyrie on Cassia, and Last Rites on Malthael.
Alright, and as for Return to Monk, we have Haymaker by Muradin, so he's looking. Oh, we have a Cassia kill down below. But going back to, we have Blinkiel, Mighty Gust, smart choice, Shockwave, and Wave of Force, and a double kill.
Yep,
getting Stukov out of there.
It's a little bit out of position there.
It looks like they used 3 ults for it though, so I mean, if you got them, use them.
Looking like Return to Monk's gonna take this bottom camp here.
Yes,
and
not much
Malthael's
contest.
up there working on their bruiser. There we go.
I think the camp clear will be pretty quick with Greymane in. So, oh, did they get a trick onto... And a stun? Oh, Valkyrie. Right on the Grand Paladin. Silence. Oh, Grand Paladin goes down.
Down goes Muradin.
Yeah, sorry, I had to check.
Leaning in the mid, catching some soak, looking like she's roaming up top.
Yeah, looking for a gank. This could... She did go Wave of Force, so this could be dangerous. 3 versus 1.
Alright, first structure taken from Return Citrine.
Yeah, they were able... Well, second, they were able to get both of the mid and the bottom forts, so
yeah,
that's
I
good
didn't
for them.
notice the mid.
And the minions took that one, so that one doesn't really count because there was no heroes involved. Alright,
Are
Siege
they
can't
gonna
pick
try
up
and steal the siege?
13 to 12? Yes, they will. And they'll get away with it. Most teams in this division, they are really good at taking advantages when they get them. And usually the other team, whether it's a death or a talent tier, usually don't engage unless they absolutely have to.
and the Dragon Knight's
Now
power.
they're working really hard to try and take that structure up top, but I don't know if they can allow team members to be away from bottom here. They got 2 siege camps pushing along with a 4-band. But
Yeah,
they
there's
do
a
have
lot.
the globals. There we go.
And they got the wall. They got the wall down. They might get the gun tower. No, they do not. However, they did manage to get bottom channel, so that gives them some control. Stoic's gonna run away, play safe. Looks like they're trying to get a pick onto Hogger, but he evades them. We have a little party bush set up. And they know Hogger's on camp.
Oh, for sure they do, and they're hunting him.
And now the team is too far away to help him. Stun? Oh my. Yes, that's a dead Hogger. Did you ever play World of Warcraft, Water?
Heroes
I did for a little bit.
Do you ever remember back in the old days when you'd get like 50 people who were all level 1 and you go out and raid Hogger and Elwyn Forest?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, I used to do that with my raiding guild all the time, and I would say a good 90% of the time, if we had a 25-man, Hogger wins. If we had 50, sometimes we took him down, but it's all level 1 with level 1 gear. That was the rule. So, meanwhile, back to the game. We have
Looks
some,
like they're gonna get collapsed on by Citrine here.
and Mosh is up. Haymaker, so Haymaker's gone. Another kill onto Muradin. And Rain holding that Mosh. He was smart. He was waiting for the Bright Wing Poly. Alright, I'm just going to drop the talent tiers for now. Let's take a look at some damage. Any standing out to you in the damage numbers? Malthael, 30,000. Li Ming at 22.
I feel like it's about what I would expect from both of those.
XP, pretty close. About 7,000 difference. More XP for heroes on Return to Monk. That's the comeback mechanics of course, the Heroes of the Storm, which is why everybody loves the game. Oh, a 0-person mosh pit. And a Death of Grey main. They do have channel, and Asmochat is going to pick it up, so I think you'd call that worth, losing Li Ming for the siege. I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, I'm there with you. This is the 3rd dragon captured by Citrine.
Hey, Rain's wife, Rain's girl. How you doing tonight? Good punt. Dragon Knight will get the first keep of the game. Walk away. Oh, tried to blast Stoic into a corner. That didn't work. Malthael is about to pop out.
And he's down. There's no mosh available here.
Big arrow for Valkyrie. Oh, ETC goes down. Stoic, you are in a bad spot, my friend.
That was a big haymaker.
It looks like they're trying to get something onto Paladin before they all die.
And Paladin makes it out.
Nice play, Paladin. Really nicely played. You held that so your team got to you. Nicely done. So now they have full siege power with 4 members down. I'm looking for... I would look for an invade on both camps. Unless they want to go bottom keep. I just don't know if they have the time.
Say that.
What was that?
That I would look for an invade on these camps, especially why the enemy team has 3 members down, 2 members down now. And it looks like Malthael is going to get his bruisers before the enemy team tries to come and take it.
Yeah, that's a really smart call.
They have a lot of siege in the bottom lane, though, and Malthael could really be useful in trying to clear it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on his way now. Well, so long as that mage stays alive, I mean, he's giving everybody, even on his team, spell power. Or spell shield, so, I mean, glad they finally got rid of that. It'd make it easier to deal with the camp. There's like a party bush.
Available on the other side of the map.
Party bush is set up. I think they're going to sniff it out. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, false side with the gust. Here's the engage. Haymaker. Valkyrie misses. Four-man mosh. Last Rites goes out, takes Hogger down.
Deadly.
They are chasing Brightwing. Brightwing's dead. They have Falstad trapped. Falstad goes down. They're after Murden now. I think you're going to get him. They get him. And last but not least is Li Ming. Minions disrupted Asmachad from getting to actually lock onto her. That could have been a team wipe. So good job, Li Ming, on getting safe.
I believe they're making the right choice and ignoring the objective here and just trying to end, especially with almost the whole team down.
This is a Citrine ritual. If they get a 4-man kill on you, they're going to go core. And they do have 20s. 67, 60, 55, 40, 40%, 30, 20 odd, 16 odd. GG.
And game 1 goes to Citrine.
Well played, peoples. Alright, let's go to the game summary. Alright. Remember, you have to leave that, when you're ready, you can leave the game. Do you notice anything outstanding in the stats that you're looking at?
Let me give it a look. The XP leads on both teams from Hogger and Malthael is about as expected from the offlaners. Damage-wise, he also led his team in damage. Malthael did. Li Ming, typical really high number for damage on that team. Brightwing healed quite a bit.
Yes, she did.
How about you?
I think you covered it all. You know, everybody died at least once. So nothing too dramatic. I really like the Brightwing healing. I'm surprised Stukov didn't have higher numbers. However, he did outdamage her, so he was slapping people. All right.
Quite a bit.
All right, so let's... Oh, wrong one. Let's go back to our map screen. I'll be right back, guys.
Oops, hey, I left the game on accident.
Yeah, no, just you want to leave the game and then we'll re-log in. You haven't left heroes, right? Yeah, you're fine. That's what you want to do. Leave the game and then we get re-logged.
Gotcha.
All right, let me set up our next map choice and bring that up for you. This is what I'm looking forward to. All right, so as you should be able to see now, we are going to Garden of Terror. Tell me your thoughts on Garden of Terror. How do you like to play it with your team?
Garden of Terror is one of the maps that I really like to play Micromi on because if you can have good control of the objective area and manage to be able to peel the enemy away from it, then you should be good. Depending, you know, and that's saying that everybody's playing correctly, you know, soaking everything. How about you?
I really like this map. there's so many different ways you can go about it. You can go for stall, you can go for push, sending you an invite. Just waiting on one more for Chad and I to get swapped because I am not playing for Citrine. Not yet, anyway. So, what were your overall thoughts on the first one? On the first map?
I mean, it's like what I would expect from professional, high elo gameplay with the fact that it could turn on a dime. One misstep, one opportunity not seized,
Right.
can change the whole game. And then once one team gets enough of an experience lead or control over the map, it's hard to come back from that unless the other team makes a mistake.
I agree. You can let them know that the casters are ready.
Casters are ready.
Did you type it? You have to type it into lobby chat. There we go. There we go.
My bad.
Yeah, just telling them is like, yeah, if they're not on the stream, they don't hear it. All right, let's go into the draft.
What bands are you expecting here, Spar?
I would bands. I think ETC could be a good ban. If not, Stage Dive is really viable. I would think of Falstead. Kuromi would definitely be a ban. I don't know if teams play them. Could see a Deathwing ban because with Skyfall at level 7, he can stall the channel for days.
Abther ban.
That's another one I would have banned. Yep.
I like it. I like that.
Yep. Abther gets a lot of value on this map. If he keeps himself to mid, he's almost got a full range to set up mines around every objective point. And the last thing you want to do is to walk into that misery. And return to Monk, say, no more Greymane, once was enough.
I was wondering if we were going to see any target bans.
Return to Monk would probably be like 5 bans and just ban everybody from last game. They took
could
Hogger
be a
away.
target ban, or that could be just Hogger is probably feared on this map. There's a lot of terrain he can bounce off of, especially in the choke points for the objective.
Yes, I agree. For anyone listening, is the music in the background too loud? Can you still hear us okay? If anyone could let me know, that'd be great. If it's too loud, I'll turn it down. Alright, so we have a Cassia ban, so taking away both Stoic and Ace's players.
Both of the assassins on the enemy team from last game. I think it's smart, and I think that's smart. The Chromie.
Oh, first pick Chromie,
so
yeah.
good on maps like this. I was expecting the Brightwing pick again.
Yes, she's pretty strong on this map.
And who doesn't love a Brightwing? Brightwing's just cute. She's funny. She's deadly.
And she has the Deathwing skin, so I kind of got my Deathwing.
Thoughts on the Dahaka pick?
Really respect it. He's that X factor now in team fights. Because if you aren't paying attention and see that the brushstock sound, I mean, he can take a 4 versus 4 and turn it into a 5v5 really quick. And Hazmatchad's going to counter with the Sonya, which I really, really like.
I love Sonya as an offlane. She's just very strong in a lot of areas.
Yeah, I'm debating on if it's going to be Leap. I'm not sure it would be a Leap. I think it's going to be Berserker. It would just depend on what value they think they could get out of a Leap. Oh,
Honestly,
team
in
missed
my
a ban.
opinion, I think there's more value in Berserker just for the added damage, the survivability. With the two people that they have already, with Chromie and Murden, they already have a lot of CC. And if they can get some more CC, then they just definitely won't need the leap.
Diablo ban. Return to Monks missed their third ban. That's a shame. I wonder if that was talking too long or maybe somebody was taking a quick break.
You hate to see it. Or you love to see it if you're on Citrine.
That is true. That is Hanzo and Joanna. So Dragon Arrow. So who's gonna be their big damage? Because they need to bring. It wouldn't be Butcher. Can't be Cassia.
They
Kira. I
need
can
to
see
bring some
Kira.
consistent damage.
Kira could be good.
Somebody that can get in on the Chromie.
Yeah. Kira, Nova, Zeratul. Ooh, Sylvanas and Lucio picked up for Citrine. And there's Zeratul. I knew it'd be somebody sneaky.
Now, one thing, they're going to have to really focus either one person in team fights, especially after tens if Lucio goes sound barrier, because that shield added onto Sonya and Muradin, those two are going to be very hard to take down.
That is true. Alright, so I'll do the honors and introduce Return to Monkey quickly, and then you can do Citrine. So, for Return to Monkey, we have Joanna played by Grand Paladin, Tiem on Dahaka, Emissary, on Hanzo, Antilles on Brightwing, and Bobo on Zeratul. And on the red team we have...
On Citrine, we got Lamort on Lucio, Rain on Muradin, Ace on Chromie, Stoic on Sylvanas, and Asmochad on Sonya. Good luck, both teams.
I actually think the music that I have playing in the background is the Garden of Terror music. Alright, so we have this. Let's just go to mid. Set up. Show everybody talents. It looks like we're getting a seismic build out of Sonya. I've heard a lot of great things about that. Time Walker's Pursuit.
I love seismic build on Sonya, honestly.
The gates shall open in 10 seconds.
All right, I'll go down Citrine's talents.
Okay.
And you can take
5,
Return to Monkey. We got Smooth Moves on Lucio.
2,
Perfect Storm, the Dean Quest on Muradin. Chromie, we got Time Walker's Pursuit, my personal favorite. Sylvanas with the Might of the Banshee Queen. And Furious Blow, the Seismic build on Sonya.
And for Return to Monkey, we have Hold Your Ground on Joanna. Probably one of the better talents to take against this team. The Greater Polymorph again for Brightwing. Simple Geometry for the Scatter Arrow build on Hanzo. Enduring Swarm, which is really going to help him with the armor. And Zeratul with the Greater Cleave.
We got Zeratul and Dahaka already splitting off to try and catch that soak, but I am seeing a lot of skill shots landed by this Chromie, just getting a lot of damage off in those bushes. And that's something that you got to be aware of with Chromie. If she can get those angles on you, it's dead.
Oh, 100%. Alright. And Asmachad is just playing smart in the bottom lane. Waiting for Hanzo to leave. Taking his camp. Ace is going to come down and cover for him. The only thing with this map, there's so much action going on. Always got to be quick on the camera.
Not seeing anybody starting camps on the Return to Monkey yet.
They are going under siege now. With Rain there, he does have a jump. So he's stalling the fourth man, letting them heal them back to full. So definitely getting stall time. So that's definitely giving value. Sonya does take her camp. She's heading now for the top two, Siege and Bruisers, I would guess.
Something that I've seen in both games now was Rain poking his head in, checking on the other team to see when they're doing their camps and trying to get their attention off of it.
Yes, he loves doing that. He's actually annoying at it, what's something to say. They know he's going to do it, they just don't know where he's doing it from. Oh, the Haken misses the tongue. Both camps were picked up for, where are we? Down here, for Return to Monkey. Chromie just doing Chromie stuff, beating the hell out of these towers. We're going to leave C-Joints to finish it, so they're going to probably keep wall. Oh, they're going to focus. Tributes up. Is it worth fighting for? I don't think Phoenix Rising is going to engage. They may just give it up. Maybe a little bit of stall, but I know they don't mind giving up the first one if they can get the 7 faster.
Yeah, if you have a chance to get another level ahead on XP, it's no sweat to give the first objective, especially if you have an opportunity to give it up and apply some pressure in the other lanes.
Ace just lurking below. And it looks like they did. They decided to fight for it and were able to get it. Great engage, PRC. Nicely done. How, Zeratul stayed in the top lane, getting the soak up there. Mid lane, we have an engage onto Dahaka with a tongue onto Rain and a poly. No real follow-up though.
Yep, without their other damage there. It was a lot of CC on one of the thickest boys in the game. If you ain't got a lot of damage to follow up, you're not going to take him down.
Rain's wife just said he's nosy, that's why he does it. He pokes his nose into stuff. So we have Sonya soaking top. So she's going to do some work unless someone comes up to counter. Oh, they get a kill on Zeratul into the mid. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Second shrine or objective is about to spawn for seeds. Sonya's going after their siege camp. They do have a man advantage for a second, and it looks like they're just gonna come walk in and say, "This is ours."
I guess they will. I like Chromie's pick with the heroic here, Slowing Sands. It's my favorite. I don't have a lot of experience with using Temporal Loop in a good way, but Slowing Sands can just, especially on a map like this, you can just keep people away from areas you don't want them to go to, because if you step in it, you could die.
But yeah, you can just throw it right on top of the seedlings, and it just can't be channeled.
Chromie not joining anybody, the other team for the objective. They got a 5 against 4 here.
Oh, and they do get Sylvanas. Oh. Sonya jumps in. Can't get a stall. I think this is... Whoa, this is a nice revenge kill.
Seismic damage.
For sure. They did give it up, but they are pushing.
Chromie almost took the first structure of the game.
Yeah. So I think giving up that, with the 1-for-1 in kills and getting that structure damage down below, all she needs is one attack. Oh, does TM get saved? Oh, nice save by Intellis.
The Slowing Sands there forced Brightwing's hand into Zing onto the Dahaka there.
Oh, for sure. Oh, and it is leave.
Now, Citrine has the level 10 advantage here. Not sure if they should be looking for any dangerous fights at the moment.
Oh, I'd be looking for fights.
Oh, Citrine should.
Yeah.
Return to Monkey, maybe not.
Yeah, no, they want to play defensive. And look where Ace has parked himself, hiding in a bush, just, Do your thing. Oh, that was brutal. Oh, that was brutal. That was almost worth a clip. It's like, don't
Sonya
mind.
taking siege here. Get some more pressure rolling bottom where they don't have that first line of defense.
13 seconds on her leap. So this channel, I love how this is what I always tell my team. I'll pull all the minions away, you channel. Right?
Yeah, it's not always necessary to just kill them.
No, if one person can get the aggro of them all. Oh, are they focusing on DeGrand? He pops his Z shield. Poke, poke, poke.
Ooh, getting hit by all three of those is not a good day.
And they are going to take this bruiser camp. Oh, Dragon Arrow goes out. This is a fight. Sonya leaps onto Bobo. Oh, it looks like they do give it up. But they're going in for the kills.
The slowing
Does Rain-
sands there is not a good place to stay in a fight.
Rain goes down. Sonya goes down. Chromie goes down. Wow, what a fight. Glad two of them were able to get away. Man, that was a really good fight. And with 2 seconds, I believe this channel will go unchallenged. Be tied at 2. And again, for anybody who's just joined the stream, my name is Farhawk. I'm joined tonight by one of my Phoenix Rising Amethyst players named Water Deity. Say hi again.
Hello.
And we're just casting a fun-filled match of the last week of Nexomania, brought to you by CCS Esports. And so far, Phoenix Rising Citrine were able to take the first match. However, Return to Monkeys definitely coming back hard and focused in this one.
They seem to have caught up in XP here. That last team fight sure did a number for them.
Oh, big Dragon Arrow. Sonya goes down. Silence on the Muradin. Can Rain escape? Gets Stormbolt out. Gets quick heal. Just lose one. Lucky then. Oh, Stormbolt onto the Haka. Slowing sounds.
There
Ace
goes
just
Sylvanas.
pummeling.
Prepare to gather it.
And another, yeah, Sylvanas goes down. So this fort's probably a goner. And looks like the Hawk is going to go down for that tribute for the curse. I mean, both teams have the same talent here, advantage. So I think this is going to be a heavy rotation
Gather the seed.
to try and get down to the seed. So this is probably going to be
Whichever team gets this gets a very big advantage over the other.
Alright, there's the channels. There's the end. No engage. No disruption. Garden Terrors go over. Dragon Arrow goes out. Unstoppable gets popped. Joanna goes down. Quick stun onto Zeratul. He ain't going anywhere. We got a chase in the back line. Looks like they're gonna have Hanzo. They're gonna Lamort chasing Brightwing.
Yeah,
Yes,
we got
he does
the
that.
battle of the healers here, and he
I think-
lets her escape with mercy.
He's like, if my team didn't need me, you'd be dead. So a quick clear of the top, the mid one, which is a smart idea. Top one, I mean, they can take their time killing that one. It's got a long way to go. Bottom one, they killed the plant, so the terrors should be down relatively quickly, especially with seismic slams.
Ooh, does the Haka get out here, though, is the question. There's a silence arrow.
Unstoppable gets popped. Oh, stun misses. It's a 4v4 with Chromie not in the picture. It's a 5v4. Dragon Arrow hits 4.
Dragon arrow. Lucio looking just slippery enough to get away from the Dahaka there.
Chromie's on her way down. However, they are trying to put counter pressure onto the fort. Maybe try to equalize the catapult pressure in the bottom lane.
Are they gonna let them have their siege here? They might not have any choice.
Yeah, I don't mind that play. I mean, to give up a siege that you can easily clear is much safer than taking the chance of dying. And they did get their 16s first. Although now both teams are on the same talent tier, with a slight lead in kills going over to Return to Monk with 7, and Phoenix Rising Citrine with 6.
Zeratul chasing down the Chromie. Is she gonna stasis here?
A seed is sprouting. The
Ooh,
Can
but does she?
no help.
There she goes.
Yeah. The downside
It
when you're
didn't
Chromie
last.
on your own.
It didn't last just barely not long enough.
They were able to grab their siege camp though, so that's going to help with this little fight here, because they'll be throwing rocks at the enemies. Zeratul trying to hit Stoic, links in and out.
Isn't nature splendid? Gather that seed
Gypsy
for
says, yay, deity.
Hello, Gypsy. Glad you could make it.
Alright, so, looks like we have total invasion. Shrine gets picked up, or the seed gets picked up. Bruiser camp gets picked up. Not much Phoenix Rising can really do. I mean, they just have to regroup and refocus themselves.
And Joanna just face tanking these
the team has destroyed.
hits from the tower. And they got it.
Now what's the call for the blue team? Do they want to go for bottom fort? The one good thing is this gives vision to Phoenix Rising to let them know where they're going. And they are pinging tower.
If Phoenix Rising can get a pick here down bottom, they stand a good chance at getting this third objective point that they really need to get back.
I 100% agree. Ace, oh, massive damage. Leap goes out. Hanzo's dead. Unstoppable pop by Joanna. Time stop, so that's good. Oh, do they have the Haka?
Chromie damage, that Chromie damage.
We'll be talking about this for days, I'm sure. Right? We'll be practicing. You're like, I want to play Chromie. I want to play Chromie. Like
You
a
just
TM.
can't underestimate Chromie, ever.
And even TM responded when he died, through 50 spell armor. So that does give the plant terrors over to Phoenix Rising. And
With 3 members down on Return to Monkey, it's going to be hard to defend all 3 of these. I'm thinking they might at least get the first tier 1 structures here in the top and mid lane.
they'll definitely get them. And they are pushing keep with this plant terror, that's for sure. And they're just going to let the other plant terrors, they'll probably take those forts down. They both have a lot of health.
They almost have 20s on Citrine.
Oh, they almost picked Zeratul. And they're burning this mid fort down. So that's gone. And let's just take a look at what's happening up top. It's going to be close, but I think that terror might do it.
Zeratul tried his hardest.
Joanna with the Condemned. Braylon with the Emerald Wind.
Now would be a good time to just go steal all the camps on the map if possible. At least steal one of theirs and get their 2 on their side.
100% agree, and that's probably what Citrine's going to do. For a lot of the teams in the PRE organization, a lot of teams are good at advantages, which is what we pride ourselves in. But I really think Phoenix Rising Citrine are Well, Rain used to be our coach, and now he's also the coach of Phoenix Rising Sapphire. And all he keeps instilling into us is advantages. You got to take advantages. Sylvanas gets away with a few hit points. Trying to get some damage onto the Joe. Stormbolt misses. Chromie doesn't. Ace just picking him off from the side.
Yeah, she can just hide off so very far away because she has so much range.
Zeratul. It was like a 1 to 100 leap. No crater though. Silence goes out. Muradin dies. Zeratul is chasing Lamort. Chromie and Lamort are trying to beat up Zeratul.
It was a very brave Lucio to pick a fight with Zeratul.
Yes. Ooh, Lamort takes a bunch of scatter arrows. They do have a keep that'll semi-protect him though. Not for long, but it will protect him. Ace just trying to bait them to come away.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
He's like, where is there a safe spot where they're not going to drag me? Oh, crap. Oh, Zeratul went right by him. Didn't see him. What a sneaky little
Hiding
play.
in plain sight.
Hey, bloody. Hope your practice went well tonight, friend. Let's go up to the objective. And this is 1, so they can definitely afford to give this one up. Which they do. Kills are 11 to 10. Both teams at level 21. Teams back together. Now Hanzo's spotted in the bottom lane, so this is going to be a good engage for the team.
Yep, they're outnumbered here.
Oh, they get the Sonya though with the Zeratul.
Ooh, not outnumbered any longer.
And Dragon Arrow comes through and soars into the wild blue yonder. Oh, that Cyan Trap, Chromie damage Ace.
So much damage.
I think regardless, win or lose, I'm really thinking that Return to Monkey is going to give ban the Chromie.
I would.
Unless they get first pick and they want to take it.
It's a big silence arrow there, hitting 3 of the enemy team.
We want to try and keep them pressed in here. I don't think it's going to happen though.
They're going to have to find a way to defend this objective or take it before Return to Monkey. Because it's the 3rd.
They are rotating down. They're setting up a defensive posture. And now with Sonya back in the group. Avatar has been used. Stasis. The Hawk is being focused. Focused again. Manages to get away. Time stop onto Joanna. Grand Paladin trying to
just rip through people.
Oh, there's a big stun. That is a really big stun. Tank's down. And I think they're just going to back away unless Zeratul can find someone to pick off. And he is looking for Chromie.
Position correctly, put her slowing sands down, she can keep the enemy team away. But it looks like they're backing off of it anyways.
That was a really smart stasis, I think, on Ace's part. He saw the Zeratul and he's like, I'm not even taking a chance. I'd rather have it on cooldown. You know, I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead hero. So, well played for them.
Agreed.
Camps up. Looks like they're going to grab theirs. Try and push waves out. I mean, they do have double catapult and a camp starting to push bottom, so they can engage on that bruiser camp. There's 12 seconds on the tank returning. Oh, and they caught the Haka. Dragon arrow
Big
goes out.
dragon arrow. Big dragon arrow. Saving that Dahaka.
It was a really good save. Now Zerath was coming in. Oh, and they saw him. Oh, and leap and stun miss.
Unfortunate.
And now Asmachad's in a bad spot. Zeratul still goes down though. 1 for 1. Stoke's
Slowly
backing
walking
up.
these siege and these catapults in.
Good time stop. Or I mean, sand trap into time stop. Stasis by the Haka. Big condemn. Targeting
Chromie can get off one
onto
spell.
Hanzo.
There we go.
Hanzo goes down. Stun onto Joanna. And I think Brightwing is gonna be alive to try and defend.
And here they go, ignoring the objective to just end the game again.
That's how they do
You're
it.
right, they do have a pattern.
They do.
It would be wise to ban Ace's Chromie. He's very much a powerhouse here.
Yes. Down to 40%, 30. No way to defend this. Poor Brightwing doing all she can. 10, 5, 2, and GG's. Really nicely done. So,
It was a nail biter.
yeah, what were your thoughts on that? Were you surprised by the game? Surprised by the game?
I think Citrine had a really good early game, and I wasn't surprised by that. With Chromie on your team, the early talents, it's expected, but honestly, I saw a comeback come from Return to Monkey, and I fully thought that they had a really good chance there for a while. I mean, they got an upper hand and they used it very wisely. And it just came down to a couple picks at the end in the bottom lane with the wave pushing and having no structures there to defend. And then Citrine just taking the win.
Yeah, I mean, look at the siege damage. Joanna with 121,000, Chromie with 183. Just numbers off the charts. I gotta give kudos to both the healers, MVPs. No deaths the entire game. And
Wow.
Brightwing out-healed Lucio, which I find sometimes really surprising.
Yeah, I'm blown away by the fact that Brightwing out-healed the Lucio.
Alright, so, let's see what's happening. I'll see if I can get any information from the teams for Game 3. Yeah, that was a really, really great game. Alright, so that's the last game. So I'm going to get a hold of Rain, see if we can do a winner's interview. Just trying to see what's happening. I think the might be a forfeit. Hello, everybody. For those who don't know, which really surprised me, I'd like to welcome the captain, the tank, the man, the machine, the guy who likes to stick his nose where it shouldn't belong and gets away with it, the man of the hour, Rain. Hello, sir. Well played. Good games.
Thank you. Thanks for casting.
No problem. I wanted to get WaterDD some experience as well, so it was fun. I mean, so tell us your thoughts going into this series. You know, what were you guys looking for before I get into talking specifics?
So, in this series, we were looking to kind of try and polish a couple of our lesser played comps and try out some new synergies. So that was fun for us. We got to try to approach the game through a new way and some things that we tried out and heard from others. So it worked pretty well.
So, were you guys? I loved your comp the first game. I gave you guys full kudos with the Cassia Greymane. That was such an aggressive comp, and holding your mosh pits or doing them just because you can do them. So that first game was just, I think it was a steamroll for your team. Did you guys feel like you guys had them on the back foot like the whole game, or were there times where you guys were like, oh, what's going on?
So early we felt like they weren't responding to our rotations effectively, so we just kind of said play the strat and go with that, and that was kind of our plan, and it seemed to pull us ahead. There weren't too many scary moments that game. There were a couple. There was that oversave bot lane where we kind of got caught, and then we didn't really know if we wanted to just turn and fight them or back away, and that's something that we're going to look at the replays and figure out what the call is there for sure. So yeah, it's definitely closer than it looked.
Okay, so now I have to ask, how excited was Ace when he realized he was getting Chromie?
He was pretty excited. He liked
I
me a lot. He did almost double anyone else's damage. It was gross.
He was so on point with his time traps or sand wall, and then following up on it and setting up so many combos for you guys to get kills. It was a pleasure to watch, him on his ace. Now, going into NGS, do you ever think he's going to get Chromie again?
I think it's definitely something people need to consider banning against us, but we also have other plans for when that goes away. We got a lot of other deep rosters for Ace. We were talking to Ace earlier today and trying to figure out what his worst hero is, and he doesn't know. Apparently, he plays them all perfectly, is what he was saying. So.
Of course. So, from what I understand, you guys have qualified for the playoffs for CCS, right? So now, how does that format work with coming into NGS?
So we're going to be pretty busy the next few weeks with CCS, Heroes Lounge playoffs, and NGS starting. So it's going to be a lot of matches, which are essentially just scrims that are scheduled for you. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a bunch of fun games at high level, which is really awesome to just get more reps at those high pressure games and get more comfortable with them.
All right. Water, do you have any questions for Rain?
Were
any
you
comments?
planning on playing Anna Malthael before they banned Anna in the first game?
No, that's not something we look at as much on Dragonshire. If it was like an Infernal Shrines, maybe we'd be looking at that a little more heavily.
Other than that, I can't think of any questions. I think you covered it all. I was really impressed, especially with when I felt as if the other team had y'all on your toes at the mid of the second game. The way you guys came back and just made that one big final shove after getting a couple picks in the end game there. Well done.
Yes, thank you. Game 2 was sloppy, but we pulled it out.
Yeah, it was a little shaky, but I mean, it looked like they wanted to play.
Diagnosing it in comms and kind of talking it through in those moments where we're just kind of sitting back and catching the soak, like, what's the plan? How do we adjust this? So that's good.
All right. Well, before we finish what we're doing, would you like to give any shout-outs?
My wife is amazing and supportive, and I think watching right now.
Yes, she
but
is.
That's not why I'm saying it.
She was cheering you.
Awesome.
She was cheering you on throughout the matches.
And then PRC is the best team I've ever played with. They're wonderful human beings. And thank you for casting.
Oh, our pleasure. So I will let you go. Say congratulations to all of your team on behalf of me, and Water. We thought it was a really well presented Citrine that I saw tonight, and I always like watching your games and trying to cast them. And I thought you guys played really well, especially how you kind of fell a little behind in Garden of Terror, but as soon as you saw your advantage and got those couple of picks, it's like, you know what, we're just ending it. Let's go. So really well done.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, have a great time with your team. Water and I will finish up, and we will go from there.
See
Take
you
care,
around.
man. All right, everybody. So that is the stream. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank Water Deity for co-casting with me. Maybe he enjoys it to the point where he may want to try it at one point. So if he ever asks, always cheer him on if you're part of the organization. Again, he does play for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. So tell me your thoughts on your first level of higher division Heroes of the Storm. What'd you think?
I was impressed by both teams. It's really interesting to be able to see it from this perspective, from the caster's perspective, where you get to control the camera and have your eyes on everything, see where certain teams don't have vision, and be able to see where one team is going to go as the other one is unexpected. It's things like that that really open your eyes, and you can diagnose problems here or advantages here, and it's just really interesting to me. I had a blast, and I would love to do this again. And thank you for the opportunity to cast with you.
You are more than welcome, and I will be. I think I have a co-caster Friday, but I think I have a couple of matches next week that I'm lining up. So if I don't have anyone, I will hit you up, and maybe we can do a co-cast before a practice. I think there's a game next Thursday with Emerald, and that will start at 8 o'clock. I think, yeah, 8 o'clock. So that would give us just enough time to cast it and then join the team for practice. So I will let you know. So I want again, I want to thank you for help casting with me. It always is fun to cast with another person. Do you want to say any farewells to anybody in chat or anything before we close off the segment?
Just thank you to everybody who tuned in, and thank you to both teams for putting on a great performance, and have a wonderful evening.
Okay, and with that, everybody, I'm going to bid you adieu. I, depending on what some people want to do, I may start my stream in a short while, just to get myself out of Storm Silver One, shooting for gold tonight if the players are on. So I may start the stream up in a little while, but as for now, I'm going to call this a stream. Oh, cat issues. Oh, cat issues knocking shit everywhere. Sorry. So I wish everybody the best. Stay safe in this time of misery that we have upon us. Keep yourselves protected, and looking forward to either streaming soon, or if not, I'm guaranteed to be streaming this Friday night at